Hello, I'm Poison
Hello.
Type, and this is my guest ZeeWorden.
ZeeWorden, aka Zink or Zach or Zaddy, whatever, whatever works.
Anyone calls him Zaddy in my chat, you're gonna get banned. But let's see, where do we begin with this? I guess.
I guess you're the interviewer, and I'm just here to.
Oh, I know. I'm saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying that to myself. Not
Oh
to you.
yeah.
You're not running this show. So let me talk. Let me say first how I know our friend Zach, because it's important to the context of this interview. So I mentioned a little before the break that I pre-COVID I was a tournament organizer for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournaments up at our local mall, and at first Zink was just one of the dudes, guy that came by, King DDD player. Seemed nice enough, didn't know him that well, but then one day I was watching a Nintendo Direct for a new character that came up, Byleth. And in the Nintendo Twitch chat that was infinitely scrolling super fast, I recognized a name. It's just like ZeeWorden, isn't that? I think that's that Zink guy that comes by. So I throw him an @ in the Nintendo chat with a pog. He throws me a pog. I send him a friend request. We're friends on Twitch. And then a couple weeks later, and tell me if I get any of the details wrong here. A couple weeks later, I happened to randomly see him go live on Twitch for the first time with 0 viewers. So I just pop in, and he's just kind of. I imagine, Zach, you weren't really expecting anyone to come in and watch your just testing thing, but we were friends on Twitch, and I'm just like, hello. You're like, hello.
Yeah, no, this was probably my first week of streaming, actually.
That was
in the very first stream, yeah.
That was literally a year ago, and since then, I've watched you grow into a very successful Super Smash Bros. Streamer, community leader, Twitch diplomat. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up here, but
I'll take it.
but you've been a huge inspiration to me. Z is still a little quiet. Let's just crank up his volume.
Yeah, just crank me up in Discord. Feel free.
So when I had the idea for this interview stuff, you were the first name on my list for sure, and
Cool.
I guess with that opening from me, tell chat a little bit about you. Well, first let me get a little more comfortable here. Let me
Oh
Let me-
my! Whoa!
Yeah, all right.
I'm not even wearing Zink merch right now. What?
So tell me a little bit about your journey, your business on this Twitch stuff. So I'm interested.
My journey.
Yeah.
Well, I just celebrated a year of streaming with a 24-hour stream, which was wild, and I didn't think I would make it, but I did, and it felt awesome. Well, the next day, sleeping for 24 hours felt awesome, but also all the support and stuff from that day was totally unparalleled to anything I've experienced before on this journey. I would say I really got my start because I just wanted to put aside a little bit of time every week, and I was still working a full-time job at that time, so I was streaming 3 days a week max for 4-hour sessions, and it would just be me playing Smash usually, because otherwise I would just sit in bed all day, and I was I need to force myself to play Smash. I need to allocate the time to improve, because that was really my goal when I first started. It was I want to do well at tournaments locally, and I want to become just a better gamer, and that's why. That's definitely the biggest reason for why I started streaming. Then over time, it just grows and you build a community and stuff like that, and it's
I mean, I'm top 10 in Smash Brothers in my region, not to brag, but this dude has taken games off me for sure.
I'm hot on the tail of top 10.
Absolutely.
I'm ready. Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of what got you into the whole streaming thing. What was, I guess, coming from that very first stream that I came into to catch you as you began things from the ground floor. Like, what was your mindset going into streaming? Did you want to be like a big Twitch streamer? Did you want to be like a Smash Ultimate guy? Did you want to make this your job? Was it just like, yeah, let's just see what happens? Like, what was your mindset?
No, it was mostly just I want to put myself out there, play more people. Online was, I'd say less hated back then because it was like I could play online, but then I'd know every Sunday, I could go and play offline Smash and have a lot of fun.
Sure.
But yeah, it was really just to improve at the game, a game I like a whole lot. Like I never really foresaw myself, I never really saw myself becoming like a community leader, and like hosting tournaments and
Sure.
crazy selling merch. I don't know. It's just it all happens. It snowballs. Yeah.
That is true. And speaking of running tournaments, your monthly, bi-monthly tournament series, the Zinc Tank, kind of blew up the last time you had one, didn't it? We had some real big names in there, if I recall. Tell me a little about that.
MK Leo, Best Nest, Sonics, Kirby Kid,
a relative unknown at the time. One of his first big breakout performances was at Zinc Tank 3.
Yeah, that was nuts. It was watching his run of that tournament was like actually some of the best Smash Ultimate I can think of.
That's true. But for the uninitiated in chat, the names we just tossed out are some of the biggest Smash Brothers Ultimate players in the world. MK Leo, the undisputed #1 of offline. Spargo and Sonics, two of the at least top 5 of, like, these are big deal names in our little semi-niche sport. And Z here in his in his 3-piece suit and beautiful layout just got them all in and got
netted them in. Yeah. Somehow.
So what specifically was that like? I mean, I remember watching you live, and at first you definitely had this fish out of water type, like, what in the world am I doing? Like, hungry boxes on my stream. But as you eased into it, like, what? Tell me about that experience in particular, to have these huge names on your stream in the Zinc Tank.
I mean, as big and unprecedented as Zinc Tank 3 was, a 400 some odd entrant, really high caliber names in the game. So there was a lot of pressure on me to like make sure it was like well received and run smoothly and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I had a couple practice runs at it before, so I had Zinc Tank 1 and Zinc Tank 2, which were significantly smaller tournaments.
Sure.
But through those, I met people that are like really reliable TOs and kind of knew my way about how to set up a bracket on Smash EG, which is still super confusing, and they should probably make it easier one of these days. But really grateful for the team that I had together to like make sure the brackets were looking good and doing any disputes or lag tests. A lot of the feedback I've gotten from Zinc Tank 3 it's overwhelmingly positive. Maybe save for some comments on YouTube videos about commentary or something. But I'm not a commentator. I'm just,
I still have a clip from that saved about Orango, one of our commentators and a friend of both our streams, shouting too loud and apologizing to the stream for waking up his mom.
That's just how it happens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's been something that's been so inspiring to me. Like you are, I think I got like a decade on you in years, and Orango too. Like, I'm old enough to be Orango's dad,
Yeah, you are.
But to just see a bunch of crazy kids out there, and you can have something with, thousands of views and have like this community that you've built that's incredibly inspiring, even to an old guy like me, to anybody. And it makes me, like, I say unironically that you're a big inspiration for me coming and doing this thing that I do. And it's really cool. I've been continuously impressed with especially the big stuff, but just the day-to-day stuff,
I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, well, and part of it is like the way you present everything, because you are a graphic designer by trade, am I right?
Yeah, that was my full-time job before transitioning to full-time streaming, I guess.
Sure. And I mean, in what ways do you use that background? Because I find myself making up a lot of this as I go. But does having a background in that kind of design help?
I'd say definitely for some people probably less, but for me as someone who's like really meticulous about like the visuals appeal of anything I do, having the creative control to like make my own overlays and alerts and panels and graphics and logos for tournaments and whatever. The only thing I like don't touch myself really is my emotes, because I'm not like an illustrator. I'm not built like that.
Sure.
Fortunately, I've got a friend who's quite good at illustration that I tap for those. What else? I mean, yeah, a lot of backgrounds just in like a bunch of stuff I've done. I've got a little bit of a background in broadcast journalism and stuff, which definitely comes in handy with OBS, and just speaking, like public speaking, I guess, is affected by that as well.
Sure.
A lot of that. I mean, I did theater and stuff too. So I like talking to people.
Sure.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, right before I switched over to the interview, I was actually talking because I had a couple ex-coworkers in chat from the restaurant industry, which is my day job, and we were talking about how, like, well, yeah, you were there for some of it. It's such a great primer to have a background in those things. A lot of people come on Twitch and they have trouble acclimating to talking to an audience. But if you have a background in theater, if you have a background in customer service in any way like that, it comes much, much more naturally, because you're just used to being able to talk.
For sure.
Yeah, but and I guess that segues into my next question. Like, as you went from, as we all do, just like starting out, building up, doing this for the first time, to where you are now, like an established Twitch guy. What are some of the things like you struggled with? Like, what were the difficulties in, like, from a learning curve perspective, or what do you think was tough about being a Twitch streamer, I guess?
I think
everything is just easy. I mean, you
No, everything's not easy. Everything does not come easily. There's definitely like, once you hit a certain point where you feel like people like might have expectations of you, making sure you're in the headspace to like continue to fulfill those can be a challenge. Like, whether or not you're having a good day or you wake up not feeling good or something, and it's like, I usually stream these nights, I should stream this night, or even as like, I don't know, it's mostly that, I guess, for me. Another thing that was like a bit of a challenge, but I've sort of circumvented it, and I'm trying to, you know, do some more interesting non-Smash content, but like building my audience and my community through Smash for like 4 or 5 months straight, and then saying, hey, let me try a new game or something on stream. It's just like the viewership can just totally fall sometimes. So that's a challenge sometimes, but there are definitely viewers and community members that like are there to see me rather than see Smash. But I love playing Smash. I could play Smash all day long, really. I love meeting new people through Smash and arenas and tournaments and stuff like that. So it's not as big of a problem as, you know, I whatchamacallit,
as you make it out to be, yeah.
As it might sound, yeah.
I mean, well, for example, you played what, Life is Strange the other day on stream?
Oh yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and I recognize, especially you've built a lot of your image around being an inkling main in Super Smash Brothers. Sure.
Yeah. I've got a helmet I could put on if we'll save it. We'll save it for the end.
Yeah. But like, I mean, even some of like the real big streamers that I watch, like I was talking about Grand Pooh Bear earlier. He's a Mario player. And when he
or like Mario games.
Mario games. And like when he went to play like Hitman, his viewers just dropped off. Yeah. That happens to everybody because people want you to do the thing. But I mean, like you were saying, it gets to a point where people are coming not to specifically see Super Smash Brothers, but they come to see Zinc play Super Smash Brothers. Like, they come in not just for the content, like where you're really good at the game that you're good at, but you're drawing an audience because of who you are. And you know, I've been doing this for less than a month, and I'm already starting to feel that a little bit, and it's
see the regulars in chat.
Yeah, and like when I switch games to Among Us or Minecraft, and I start to see some of the same people that I don't know, but they're just like here. That's been particularly cool to me and something to adjust to, like the idea that they're coming for you. But that's something I've felt in your streams too. Like I just said, when I was watching you play Life is Strange, and I remember rating you at a rather inopportune moment because there was an emotional bit. There was an emotional bit on the in the game, and we showed up and you were like almost teary-eyed. I'm like, oh. But watching you play that game wasn't interesting because I care about Life is Strange. It's because I enjoy your content. I think about like some of the clips I've made in your in your chat. Like I don't think I've ever clipped you. Please don't take this as an insult. I've never clipped you because you did something really cool in Smash Brothers, even though you do really cool things in Smash Brothers all the time. I clip you because there's a funny thing you did. I clip you because you trip over your words and chat has a laugh at your expense. We clip you because you make a particularly good joke. One of my favorite clips I've ever had in your stream was when I made you read that uwu generator. Chat is I'll post the clip in chat in a little bit here.
Oh gosh.
No, you know what? I won't do it then.
No, do it. It's a good clip. It's a good clip.
We can watch it together. Well, hold that thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's definitely an interesting feeling when you go on and you're playing some video games, but people aren't like who don't even care about the video game are just kind of hanging out and doing the thing, you know?
Yeah.
And as I say that, I see in chat we got May and we got Poseidon coming in here.
Hey friends.
Which is a beautiful lead into my next question.
Sure.
You and I both had the benefit of coming into this like Twitch streaming thing, kind of with a community to our back. You know, it wasn't just like, let's go on the internet and throw ourselves out and see what happens.
Yeah, we're alone, that's for sure.
Yeah, we both had the Super Smash Brothers community to come in and like be there. May and Poseidon and Evil Turnip and Saiyan Mario and just a lot of our people came in to support us very early and continue to do so. Like, do you feel like
talented gamers?
Yeah, I feel like that leaves us both at like a distinct advantage compared to a lot of other new people. But in addition to the Smash community, like what other ways do you think have been the most integral to your growth as a streamer, I suppose? Like, in what ways have you gotten yourself out there that have been more successful than others, like Discord or Twitter, or how have you gotten to where you are, I guess?
I think I've got a pretty funny Twitter.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've got some good jokes on there every now and then.
Okay.
Picking up some followers. We're almost at like 800.
Dang.
Follow me at ZeeWorden.
Yeah, it's on the screen. Make sure you click on every single one of those links on there.
Yeah, definitely like community outreach things, like hosting the tournaments, and did an invitational for Inklings. Did Zing Tank 1.5 was a sub tournament. I think I do want to do another sub tournament coming up as a prerequisite to Zing Tank 4, but which could be happening. I think it is happening. We'll see.
That casual plug. That's not casual. This is planned. He's only doing this because I'm giving him more reach here.
Let's see.
And May in chat is saying that she won that sub thingy. So
she did. Wearing a cat girl maid costume. People will come to see that. Just that's less of me saying it and more of giving you advice.
Oh boy, I got my cat ears here somewhere. Right.
Oh no.
No, I've noticed that about myself too. Like my main game is Spelunky 2, and I've posted a lot of clips of myself on Twitter and Reddit. Of sometimes me doing some really cool stuff and stuff I'm really proud of. I'm particularly good at setting down a bomb, letting it cook, and tossing it into a wall so it blows up another path. But by far my most popular clips are me spectacularly failing? Are me doing ridiculous things? Are me... Like, I'm very surprised the traction a certain clip got when I was tilting at the game a couple days ago, and everything was falling apart, so I turned it into a brief ASMR stream and brought the camera down to just my lips. And I've had people, like... I had like a dozen people message me like, yo, that ASMR thing was hilarious. Do that again.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm like, but I'm good at the game.
Yeah.
Is there anything that like particularly frustrates you about being a streamer? Like something you want more attention on that doesn't have enough attention, or something that gets too much attention that you're like, chill it a little bit?
I don't know. I don't think I find this to be a very frustrating task. It's definitely like work. It's definitely takes effort, but I mean, you click the go live button and you can just kind of separate yourself from any of the other, crap that's going on in your life and just put yourself into that bubble, I feel like, although I do feel like Twitch is a platform which is, because it's live, is inherently a bit more personal,
Sure.
And I have no problems being personal or talking heavy subjects or emotional stuff on stream. But you don't get that on like other social medias, On Twitter, you post funny jokes and stuff. On Instagram, you post only the highlights and the cool pictures you take. But Twitch is like that's the one-on-one time, with like people who are coming to see you, literally see you, and can talk to you live and stuff like that. So, yeah, I wouldn't say anything's frustrating about that. Thank you for the 6 months, Poseidon.
Hey, shout out to Poseidon, friend of the stream.
Yeah, no, it's just like being able, like having this as a separate space to just come and be a cool person sometimes. I don't know. How could I get angry at that? It's super fun.
That's entirely fair. And I guess a related question, because this is, to me, I have a blast every time I come on. Like, this has been such a cool experience to be a Twitch streamer, and I try to look at it not just as enjoying in the moment, which I absolutely do, but I also try to look like what my next step is. I talk about that a lot, especially in these just chatting streams. Like, what's my plan for the next couple of weeks as a streamer? What's my plan for the next month? And as someone who's been doing this for over a year now, like, what advice would you have for a new guy like me? In a general sense, in a specific sense about individual things, like what would you recommend to someone in my spot?
I would say, like if I could go back and tell myself something around when I was like around your time, I would probably tell myself to archive more things, because a lot of those early streams I don't really have anymore,
Sure.
Which is a little sad when I think about it, because Twitch only holds them for like 2 months. And I've got clips from the early times, and I love getting clips. I love when people make clips, and that's basically what my whole like Zinc Rewind 2020 was. It was just like clips made for me, and I'm so grateful because they captured some really, really funny, powerful moments, I would say, and it made for a really, really good year-end like wrap up for 1 year of streaming.
Very cool.
Archiving things, that's really cool. Just because of the way my brain works, I really like to make things like visually look really good, but you don't need to throw a bunch of money into getting like into making it look professional if the content that you're making, if the beef of the sandwich, what am I saying, is like still good, There are some super successful streamers that like used all the default alerts and like still use like you've got like the headset mic, like, and that's just like, it becomes who they are. It becomes something that people look forward to when they come into the stream. So there's no reason to like go all in on like a super expensive streaming package and getting a ring light and a microphone and I have a ring light. That's just the way my brain works. Oh yeah, that's just the way my brain works. I was like, let me get all this expensive equipment and then I'll start streaming. But I feel like I should have jumped into it sooner.
Yeah, I mean,
you're in a good spot though, I feel.
Yeah, that's the big thing is there's a lot of things you can say, a lot of things you can do, but the most important thing is just do it, man. Like,
just do it.
All you got to do is download OBS and click the button.
If you've got stuff to say, just say it, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of trying to make it presentable.
Yeah.
That's basically advice to anyone in chat that's like maybe thinking about streaming, but you feel like you don't have the equipment, or you feel like you don't have like the production value won't be up to standards or anything.
Sure.
Just like do it.
I mean, yeah, it's
yeah.
I think of like I follow a lot of big guys on Twitch who have like beautiful layouts and cool transitions and custom sounds, and they paid a bunch of money for like their favorite bands to play. But then I to toss out a name, Harblue is an Overwatch streamer, and he is just sitting in the dark with like maybe a Walmart lamp next to him and a Turtle Beach headset. Like, he doesn't have any transition screens. Like, he'll type BRB into the OBS layout when he goes to the bathroom or something, and the dude got like 6,000 viewers every time he goes live because he's it helps that he's crazy at the game.
Yeah, no, that always helps too.
Yeah, but I feel like I feel like that's the best advice I can think of too. Just like do it. Just do the thing, and you see success.
The time you spend thinking about it but not doing it is time that you're wasting.
Yeah.
That sounds rude. Take your time, but like,
right.
I don't know.
But no, I think I'll say one more time. Like, it's been awesome to watch you grow from like that little 0 viewer testing stream into I always use the term local stream hero, and part of it is like it's funny to me, but it's also something that it's also something that I mean. Like, I don't often talk in your chat because I usually have Twitch on just like on my TV, and it's hard to type with a TV remote. But I lurk a lot in chat, and it's cool to have this chill hangout spot that is the ZeeWorden stream, and it's been inspiring to watch not just that journey, but just beyond all the sappy buttering up stuff I could say. It's just cool having a place to hang out that feels like, you know, I'm just hanging out with a buddy. So thanks for being a buddy, you know.
Almost like a local, but
almost
but
like a local, and we'll have those back someday. But until then,
someday
we got you, and now we got me.
These will do. These will definitely do. It's just good vibes.
Yes. So we'll get to closing remarks in a little bit, but I guess first we'll take some viewer questions. Z, what is your favorite episode of Dharma and Greg?
That's a viewer question?
Mm-hmm.
Is that assuming I know what that show is? Because you're really assuming a lot of me. Because I have no idea.
What's your we're gonna skip that. What's your most memorable Smash Brothers match that you've played in or that you've watched, or both? That's a tough one, I know. You're
gonna hate. I literally brought up this match last night because I I was like, wait, I've done this before. Maybe I can do it again. I was playing a Pichu in a tournament.
Wait a minute.
I went to game 3. And I was like, you know what? I've done this before. Chat, should I switch to DDD and counterpick Lilat?
Did you?
And they were like, no, God, don't do that. Don't do that.
Of course you shouldn't do that.
And of course I shouldn't do that. But the fact that it was a thought in my brain, I think that match that we played, like at my first or second local, is definitely up there for one of the most memorable.
I used to play Pichu in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate before I found the one true light, the way in the path that is Pac-Man.
The sphere.
But like the first time I ever played Z in singles and bracket, he switched to King DDD game 3 and took me to Lilac Cruise.
Was I playing Inkling before?
I don't recall.
Honestly, game 3 is the only thing I remember. Everything else is a blur.
But I'm so glad that stuck out in your mind.
It does.
he beat me. He won that series. Like that. He took that tournament set off of me, and I
haven't.
You remember the exact?
Of course, yeah.
It's burned into your brain. Okay, I'll take it as a compliment that it means
Kill
so much
screen,
that you
like,
beat me.
If I blink really fast, I can see the kill screen.
I was at 40, dude.
I know.
But
So good.
But what do you think? I didn't forget that either. It's one of my memorable too. I'm glad this sticks out. So what's your favorite, your most memorable Smash Ultimate moment on stream? Then we'll say.
On stream.
I got a couple I can think of.
Transcending any like set that I've played in on Wi-Fi or anything, or like any moment from like a Smash arena, like commentating super high level gameplay in like Zinc Tank 3, watching like Spargo and Best Ness and Kirby Kid and Sonics like all duke it out in like a super contentious top 8 with my good homies on the mic with me, you know, that's a moment that I feel like I'll remember forever, you know. And I'm sure, you know, if the cards shuffle into the right pattern, if something aligns, you know, we'll have other moments like that. But,
absolutely.
I don't doubt we'll have more moments like that. But that first like moment where like Zinc Tank felt like it was like a thing, like a real thing that people were excited for and watching, and yeah, that's great.
Cool.
Definitely something that will stick with me for a really long time, and probably best Smash memory on stream. One of the just in general best memories.
Very cool. on that note, let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, this is. Oh, it disappeared. Where'd it go? I'm a bad streamer. Yeah. We have Spargo bets it all.
Wakes up
Rango's mom.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh!
This is Cloud with limited
Whoa!
range. Wait, if he gets a cross slash here.
Yeah. Whoa! Oh, it's, I mean. Oh! Spargo! I know my stream didn't see that.
I can't yell. I'm gonna wake up my mom.
Heart is pounding. Spargo defying the odds.
There are so many moments from Zinc Tank and like your stream in general where it feels like you're a part of something greater, that like, especially when there's top level players, like you see names like Spargo and Sonics in every Smash tournament you watch online, but to have like them in your backyard, you know, that's so different. That's so cool. And I imagine that's like I hope
as
you know
soon as
what that
like
feels
registration started ticking in for Zinc Tank 3, I mean, I said it before, like, it was really a lot of pressure. I was really nervous about, like, making sure the event was something that, like, high-level players would be okay with. Because I was just, like, a streamer. I was just, like, a little streamer guy. But I think we definitely pulled it off.
Oh, for sure.
Super grateful for that whole experience.
A couple more questions. Lona HG asks, what's your favorite song from Taylor Swift?
I'm super basic. I'd probably say Shake It Off. I didn't really fall in love with the. Well, I didn't listen to the newest one, whatever it was called, Evermore or something. I listened to Folklore, and I thought it was okay, but Shake It Off is timeless.
Have you heard the mix? Shake It Off meets the Flat Zone theme.
Oh yeah, I have.
Wait, you know, I played it in your chat one time back when song requests were real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Classic.
Which character should Sakurai introduce next, and why is it Arena from Mischief Makers?
Mischief Makers.
I agree completely, but no one else has played that game. Sorry, Septua.
I've heard of it, but Is it like a wizard girl? She's like a magician or something?
Before your time, you young pup.
Yeah, I'm a babe.
Who are your favorite and least favorite characters to play against in Smash Brothers? How about that one?
Sure. My favorite character to fight is Joker.
Really?
I love fighting Joker. Not only is it a bit of a mental exercise, but also Inkling just like kind of does really well, and there's a lot of super fun options that Inkling can do to like either gimp him or just in other ways invalidate his recovery as well, and that's super fun. Like that's the best part of that matchup.
As a pack player, I totally agree.
if Magnus is in your chat, I'm sure he can recount the time in bracket where I lobbed a splat bomb just near ledge, and his up B grabbed the splat bomb and pulled into him, and he exploded instead of grabbing ledge, and that was fantastic. It was so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Vividly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that was a great moment. But also just like running off and splatter shotting works too. So yeah, that's a fun matchup. As far as my least favorite, it's 100% Rob, that damn robot.
Yeah. Damn robot.
I don't have a single character that like even goes even with Rob. Like DDD and Inkling both lose that matchup pretty hard, and I've been soul searching a long time about like trying to find a character that I can just pull out for that matchup. But
I figured Inkling would have an easier time getting in than a lot of other characters.
No, I mean, he just commands space so much. If he throws gyro out, honestly, Inkling does have a lot of things that they can do if they have gyro, which is why it might not be like Inkling's worst matchup. A lot of Inklings think it's Shulk. But I kind of play around Shulk the same way I do like Ike. But for Rob, there's still so much stuff I just need to figure out with that matchup. It's definitely up there, like top 3 worst Inkling matchups. But
okay, I was a Rob main for a while in Smash 4. I'll keep that in mind when I bring it back to you in bracket. I'm going to take you to Lilat and get my revenge.
Oh, we'll gentleman to Lilat. I'm into it.
All right, one more question. I know you got a tournament coming up, so we'll let you get into warm-ups and stuff. Which Kids Bop is the best version or edition? We're not going to do that one.
Kids Bop 1. It's got like All-Star.
Oh wait, he has strong opinions about this, so let's go.
It's got All-Star on it.
That's
a
strong enough opinion.
I mean, yeah, that's a strong enough opinion.
No, what's your favorite non-Smash game? And specifically, what's your favorite non-Smash game that you haven't played on stream that you think you might want to someday?
Oh God, do you want to know the answer for real?
Absolutely.
Roller Coaster Tycoon. I love Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Why do you hesitate? That game is fantastic.
No, it's fantastic. It's just it's my childhood. I don't know. I never really anticipated that would be a game that people would want to like watch, you know?
Are you kidding?
But I would certainly have a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah.
I love Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Like honestly, it doesn't have the same charm as the first 2, but 3 is like I've got a lot of memories of that game, like downloading custom scenery, making just like beautiful parks with incredible foliage, and oh God. But yeah, also torturing guests. That's fun as well. I've sunk so many hours into it. Like even as recently as like 2017, 2018, for some reason when I was in college, every finals week, I would lose all motivation to like study, and I would just like re-download Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
Sure.
And just sink my life into it. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely probably one of my favorite game series of all time.
All right, that's a good answer. And I mean, we were talking about like what makes good content as a Twitch streamer earlier, and my answer was stuff that's different every time, stuff that you're gonna have a different experience from the viewer that might be interested. And Roller Coaster Tycoon is absolutely that. Go for it. Play that on stream. I will be there for every minute of it.
Oh, we're gonna have to. We're definitely gonna have to.
But yeah, any parting thoughts? Anything you'd like to leave my stream with before I let you get back to your tournament stuff?
Yeah, I'll put the helmet on for you guys.
Yeah, let's while he does that, let's get the shout outs in here. Thank you one more time to ZeeWorden for coming through my stream and hanging out. Make sure you go and follow him at twitch.tv/ZeeWorden. You can see it on screen, twitter.com/ZeeWorden, and check out his merch store where you can get that sweet Zinc merchandise. Which I was so nervous this wasn't going to show up in time for this, because I toyed the idea of like starting up an interview series a couple weeks ago, and then I'm like, Z's got to be my first guest, you know? But then this showed up today, and I'm like, oh yeah. And shoutouts to Inkling in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which Z has made his identity around in a lot of ways.
I'm wearing a shirt too. Look at me. I don't even know. I've played Splatoon like twice.
I mean, at least I played Pac-Man outside of the Smash Ultimate. Yeah. But no, thank you so much for coming by.
Oh, thanks for having me.
And maybe co-op Roller Coaster Tycoon someday. We'll see. Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing.
No, that's not a thing.
All right, go follow this dude. Thank you for coming by the stream, and gonna take a quick break before coming back with some more Spelunky.
Poison type. I'm gonna plug him in my chat real quick.
Oh yeah. Oh right. You've been live this whole time too. And thanks to ZeeWorden's chat for coming and hanging out and letting me talk to
great
your boy.
stuff over there. Super cool. Super cool time. Way to start off my stream.
Love it.
Gonna pop off in this tournament. I promise.
Do it.
I got the energy.
Good luck out there, and from my end, we'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, man.